Salutations, daydreaming stargazers and crewside members. If you clicked on this video, that means, baby, you found my spaceship. I am Josephine, your favorite celestial auntie, quiet as is kept. In honor of the beautiful women of color who've come before us, humbly I open my vessel. Spaceship protocol requires that you kick your shoes up at the threshold, drop any carry-on luggage with baggage claim, like and comment below how TT is out here whipping this ship. I'm so excited that you're here. See you inside. Okay. Hi guys. As you can see behind me, my spaceship is in total disarray. I'm in the I don't know what they call it, the computer room, where all the stuff and the gadgets and the widgets are, and something is broken. I can't get where I need to. I've been MIA for a very long time. So what we're gonna do, I got just enough juice to get us to a spot where TT can like collect herself. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take one more little and then take us to where we're gonna be. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be in the real world for a while until my spaceship is up and running. So here we go, y'all. All right, we made it. Because let me tell you something. Could have ended up somewhere else. Like I got one of my crew members got stuck between this reality and like a 2D reality. Oof. They are still in infirmary as we speak. But hey, but did you die? Right. Anyway, so I decided to take a trip away from the ship, y'all. With all of the stuff going on that ship, I just could not do it another second. I had to get up out of there, right? So I decided to come to this cool little spot. It's called Peace Middle East Cafe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is actually give y'all like a little tidbit of a story time, right? Because see what had happened was I got something in the works, right? But I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready to dive into it yet because it's gonna take a lot of effort on my part. And by golly, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. All the hats that I wear on a daily basis, TTD, out of there. That's why I'm about to drink a dirty chai at this lovely hour, right? Because after this, I got some more stuff I got to do. So anyway, I digress. I decided to give y'all like a quick little story time that's actually in between starting school and moving to Austin. You know, just like that middle ground where I already graduated high school. I may or may not have started at University. Girl, I don't know. Child TT memory is bad, y'all. But I did want to share this story. It's actually my club experience, y'all. Let me tell you something. It was a time. Now, at this point in life, you know, like I said, it was after I graduated, and me and my homies, like my the group of people who I hung out with all the time, we were solid. We were solid. We pretty much did everything together. If I mentioned in previous story times, my homegirl, I can't remember what I called her. It could have been Smiley. It could have been Sunshine. I don't know. But my homegirl, let's just say Sunshine. No, or was it Bubbles? I don't remember what I called her. Whatever the name was, maybe I'll just put it up here or something, right? Well, my homegirl Bubble, let's just say Bubbles. This is around the time where she was kind of out there with this, you know, before she kind of, you know, just went a different direction for the best. You know, I'm never gonna hold anyone for moving on or doing something different. Yeah. So, oh, not TT yawning. It's a kid free weekend. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. I high key on accident got a free weekend, and I just didn't know. So I stayed home for a while, did some laundry, you know, did a little this, a little that, and I was like, you know what, let me leave and da 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 bada boop, right? On the ship. Anyway, so like I said, we're gonna my first club experience. I thought this would be a good little interlude, right? Okay, so around that time we're all staying home, like even though we are newfound adults, you know, barely legal, barely, we're barely legal. Okay, we still will find stuff to do. And my homegirl, she was like, yo, what you doing this weekend? And I'm like, nothing. But before we get there, I just had to get backstory. So my homegirl Lollipop, I have mentioned her in previous story times, which ones I don't remember. But my homegirl Lollipop, she had a very colorful relationship with her guy at the time. We're gonna call him Bubba. Okay.
Coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp.
When I tell you they was on and off, up and down, one minute they was deeply in love, and the next minute she was riding at dawn trying to find this man where he stayed to allegedly poke up some tires, allegedly or allegedly. That's the type of relationship that they had. Yeah. So when I tell you, it's significant because like a week or two before she had hit me up. So obviously I am in my room, right? Right. I'm at my room and I'm just in there listening to whatever I'm listening to. Like as I mentioned before, this is the era of CDs, DVDs. You still have people who have cassettes. Like we're phasing out of like that, and then people are starting to get like MP3 players. What are the big three? I had a what kind of y'all? Do y'all remember these?
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm walking.
Do you remember these? Tell me, fellas, have you seen her? It was about my minutes. Yeah, I bought that. I saw that man doing all this pop locking and stuff with this. And I told myself, yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. Got one, and I promise you that thing broke within 6 months. Dead ass 6 months. But anyway, whatever. So, and I think I mentioned this before, but I had like this big speaker subwoofer with the lights, and it had like a DVD player, a CD player, not a DVD player, a CD player and a cassette player. So I still could like record stuff like a song on the radio if I wanted to. I'm really showing my age right now, but we're transitioning out. I got my CDs on rotation because if I'm not mistaken, I had like 6 or 8 discs. So I have my Lauryn Hill. I have my Chris Brown. I have my Boys to Men, my Drew Hill. You know what I'm saying? I had a very interesting collection. I had my Adele. I think I mentioned that before. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'm in my feelings about something. Honey, when I tell you the absolute need for hormone regulation, I'm absorbing Adele at this point. And she's like calling me up, broop, broop, broop. And I'm like, hello. And she's like, Josephine, get off the floor. I know you on the floor being sad. Get off the floor. And I'm like, what is it, Lollipop? And she's like, get off the floor. I know you over there crying. What are you listening to? Turn that sad off. You know what I'm saying? Because I for real was just like in my feels. And I'm like, what is it, Lollipop? And she was like, this is before we called it tea. But for the purpose of the story time, she was like, I got some tea. And I'm like, what is it? Not me yawning hardcore like this. Not me yawning hardcore like this. But anyway, so she's like, turn that sack off. I already know you over there laying on the ground crying. I'm like, you know me so well. What's up, girl? So she's like, let me tell you what Bubba just did. And I'm like, oh my God, what did he do this time? Because when I tell you it's crazy, it's crazy. Oh, yay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, baby. Hey, y'all, got my dirty chai. I'm telling you, I'm gonna handle this right, and then I'm gonna go get some tacos after this because I'm gonna have to be in the real world, away from the spaceship. I'm gonna get tacos. That's so random, I know, but let me tell you something.
I'm gonna get tacos.
It happened again. See, I was worried this would happen. I mentioned tacos, but I wasn't ready to go, and here we are. But it's okay. This place should be open for a couple hours, so we should be good. I don't know where we left off on this story time, and honestly, I think we need to kind of start over a little bit. I felt like I was on the verge of rambling. Now, look at that. Got me a little something to drink. So, what we're going to do is go ahead and stir it up a little. We're going to toast ourselves for making it through the week. And, honey, we're going to get this story time going, okay? Before I end up glitching one more time, now another time, and end up somewhere I don't want to be. Like I told you, somebody ended up halfway here, halfway in a second dimension. Their ankles are a little messed up, a little weak, if you will. But hey, like I said, they got a little bit more in the infirmary and they'll be okay. So let's go. Cheers to first week of school being completed. Y'all, I'm over it. So, where's the camera? Cheers. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so let's kind of backtrack some because I have no clue where we left off before I glitched. So on this flight today, we're gonna go back to that little pocket of time in between graduating high school, right, and moving to Austin. Remember how I mentioned there was like a little scoop of time when we was kind of out there in them streets before everybody started going back to church real heavy? This is that time frame, okay? This is that. And I wanted to talk about my club experience because, baby, it was a hot mess, okay? So, hold on, let me. Okay, it's really good. Okay, now I'm gonna have to talk to IT, right? And kind of get a little bit more information on what happened and how I ended up here. At least I can say I was able to finish my coffee. Okay, I got me a dirty chai. And baby, if you see that the cup is empty, I didn't even get a chance to show y'all the before because I started sipping it before I took the picture. So tasty, right? Anyway, so here we go. Um, like I mentioned, around this time, your girl was super emotional. Now, one thing I want to state is in my 30 something years of existence, I've just had to accept that one, I am hyper emotional and I've had to undergo my process and my journey to emotional maturity. Am I there yet? Sometimes. I would like to say kinda. But there are definitely times where it does not happen the way it needs to. Okay. But we're not talking about that right now. What we are talking about, however, is this story. So, as I may have mentioned before, I am laying on my carpet and I am just marinating and serenading in Adele. Okay, if you know, you know. What was her first album? 19, I think. 19 was her first album. Yeah, it was me. She understood me. I did not know, but she knew. So I think in this moment, I was like super emotional because I had my that you had I was obsessed. The type of person that I am, if I rock with you, I rock with you down bad. If I like you down bad. If I say I love you down bad. And over the years, because of just experiences and dare I say trauma, how that plays out, we'll get there. We'll get there. Ooh, so many story times, child. But we're not. But in this moment, I'm sitting in my bed. If y'all remember pictures of my bedroom, I'm in my bedroom, laying on the ground, watching the colors change on my subwoofer because I had like, I had the boom and the boom. It was like a big box and it had like the CD part. So anyway, so good. Um, but I'm laying there, and of course she called me and was like, Josephine, and I'm like, should I give up? Or should I just keep chasing head ass? And she's like, girl, if you don't turn off that sad ass, I got some tea for you. Now, mind you, at this time, we didn't use the term tea. I don't remember what we called it because tea just is so, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone says tea to me, I'm like, I have my cuppeth and I'm ready for it to run it over. You feel me? So, mm. so one thing about Lollipop and two things for sure with her and Bubba, either they was like this or they were at war. It was either or. There was no in between. And at this point, they were at war. Quiet as is kept, from what my memory remembers and can recollect. So of course she's sitting there running down what happened. All my friends, they all have their unique personalities. Like we all are kind of blended, the little ghetto babies with the good grades, basically. You know what I'm saying? So Lollipop was telling me about a situation that happened. We about to go pull up on him, and we gonna poke up his vehicle and scratch it up, allegedly. So Bubbles gets all of her kitchen utensils that she has at home, and in her lap, they just riding around looking for the girl car so that they could do auto body work on it for her. If you know, you know. When she told me this, I was open mouth cackling because can you imagine the thing about Bubbles, right? Before I know I got my vehicle, Bubbles was our neighborhood taxi. All you had to do, as long as she wasn't at work or like doing something, you would hit a Bubbles, be like, "What you doing?" And then from there, she comes swinging up in either her station wagon. Let's talk about it. Baby girl had a station wagon. And when I say we would pack up in there like sardines and go do God knows what, please believe me. I'm talking about legal and illegal, allegedly. Not me. I don't do illegal things. Hair flip, lol. But or she had the minivan. Y'all, the stories in the minivan. I can't tell you how many times we were riding around the burbs, going downtown, like doing all kind of things in the minivan. I'm talking about with the door that you pop and it slides. Yes. And a station wagon with the booty on the back. Y'all, it was so many good times. But by the time that I got my whip, it whoever had a car is who was taxi. So once I got my whip, what? Where are you trying to go? Yes, Ann. You trying to go where? You trying to rob a bank? I got you, head ass. You know how that goes in relationships. About 2 weeks later, we were talking about something else that happened. Something else happened with somebody else's friend, and she like, "What are you doing?" No, 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 no. Okay, so same setup basically. Um, so about 2 weeks later, you know, I'm just a young girl in love, a young girl suffering from limerence. You know what I'm talking about? So the person who really got my feathers ruffled, I'm once again I'm laying on the carpet, and instead of listening to Adele, I'm listening to like Lauren Hill. You know what I'm saying? So like when I tell you your girl is like a tortured soul, I'm just sitting there spiraling like it can all be so simple. Head ass. So once again, Lollipop hit me up. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm like, hello. She was like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm just sitting here listening to movies. She's like, turn that sad ass music off. What we doing this weekend? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm really kind of like, I'm just not feeling it. You know how I be feeling about who I be feeling in. She's like, forget all that. We need to go do something. What do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I don't really know what you got in mind. Now, mind you, my homegirl, she always got something to do. Shout out to all my Aries. Y'all stay doing something. Y'all stay having something to do. And I love that about you. All of my Aries friends are like nomadic somehow, some way. You feel me? So keep that in mind. What you doing this weekend? Da da da, bada boop. And I'm like, I don't know for real. I don't really know. And she was like, well, Club Cirque. Yes, Club Cirque. If you drop in the comment section below if you've ever attended Club Cirque in Dallas, Texas, Blue Building, downtown. That's all I'm saying. If you don't know, you'll eventually know. I don't know. I don't even know if they open anymore. But yeah, so she's like, Cirque got a function tonight, da da bada boop. It's free to get in before 10 or 11 or whatever you trying to go. And I'm like, I'm down. Now, mind you, your girl always had a curfew and always found a way to break said curfew. So by the time that I was a legal adult, my parents were like, yo, if you don't come in at a certain time, just don't come back until the next day. Because they was so done with me. That curfew went from like 11:30 to 12:30 to 1:30. Like, bro, you just don't care about punishments. You don't care about getting here on time. Just if you're not here by a certain time, just don't come in till the next day. She's like, well, we're gonna go, and me and Bubba, we back together because that raggedy slew-footed bitch, she thought she was gonna have my men. Because one thing about my homegirl Lollipop is she could eat somebody up. Oh, when I tell you she can eat somebody up, I'm talking about buffet style. I'm talking about leave no crumbs. So if she gonna eat you up, you gonna feel it. Okay, so she said her little piece, and her and Bubba on good terms again. She was like, we already got you taken care of. We'll get you on gas, this and the third. If we get food, like they were always good for taking care of me when we were moving around because I was gonna be the driver. At the time, your girl was working at a clothing store. This clothing store is still open, so I'm not gonna say too much. But this is before I worked at Payless. I don't think there's a Payless in the U.S. of A at this point, so I feel comfortable saying that. And Sonic, I mean, I ain't got too much to say on the Sonic tip, but this other place, it was a clothing store. I'm gonna go to if we about to go to this function, then I'll make sure to ask off. Da 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 ba da ba. I'm gonna find my outfit. I'm gonna find some shoes, and I'm like, so what do I need to wear? Oh, please. I wore a cute little. Let me see if I have it. First of all, when it comes to styling and dressing, like I have my own style, but it's more like comfort wear. Even if I'm dressed in something that is, universally or agreeably cute, it's always going to be something comfortable because I just don't do well with being uncomfortable and fly. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be hella comfortable and then kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? I'll just slap the eyebrows on, put the lips on, and call it a day. So I found this little dress. I'm a dig. If I can find the picture, I'm gonna show it to you guys. LOL. So I found the dress and I saw these platform heels on they were like on sale. So it was like a leather or not patent leather because it wasn't shiny, but the platform is this big. So the heel got to be this big. And it's chunky and it's got like a strap over the feet and then a strap around the ankle. And when I tried on the store on the day that I was working, because I ended up getting my outfit like a couple days before when I was working at the little place I resided at the time, employed at. So, I'm supposed to be in the fitting room area and I'm sitting there trying on the shoes, clippity clopping around. I got the shoes on while I'm putting clothes up because I want to make sure that my feet are not going to hurt. And they were like, Josephine, make sure you put them shoes up. You're not supposed to blah, 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 blah. Doing just yammering, just running their mouth. And I'm like, hey, whatever. So I find like this little black and blue joint, and I really didn't know what to do with my hair at this point. My hair is lickle. My hair is lickle. So I ended up putting a beanie on. Now I have to look at the date and see what season this was. No, you're fine, baby. I have to check and see what season this is because when I tell y'all, it did not matter if it was 2 degrees outside or like 102 degrees outside. You don't put clothes on when you go to the club, right? So you know what I'm saying? Or at least we did. And I can't count how many times we was outside napkins on. You feel me? And out there, the wind is blowing, ice cubes is dropping down, and we out there just shivering, waiting in the line to get in the club. So to be young, right? So this possibly could be one of the moments where like it's cold outside, but I don't remember it being cold. But it don't matter if it was or not. I'll look at the date, and if I'm able to, I'll put that picture up. I'm chopping it up with my homegirl and Bubba. They're letting me know they're gonna take care of me when I come and pick them up. We talk time, we talk destinations. They know how to get everywhere we're going because I promise you, this is still before GPS. I swear it was because I don't think our phones was that nice yet to be doing all that. You feel me? So to my knowledge, I'm gonna say this is still MapQuest era, and I think my homegirl Bubbles possibly had like one of them big chunky things that you attach into your car for the gyps. But TT ain't had no money like that to be doing that. That was fancy. That was fancy. Okay. But anyway, so I get dressed and I'm listening to whatever I'm listening to, put my little makeup on, put my little outfit on. I'm out the door. I go swing, pick them up. It's a good time. And if I'm not mistaken, either this time or another time that we go, Bubba's homeboy came with us, but I can't remember if these were. It may have been two separate things, and that's a whole story for another day. Cause kind of did Bubba homeboy we'll get there. We'll get there. So we're driving down. We're listening to the music or whatever. We're getting lit or whatever. Are we of age? Possibly. Someone's of age. So I ain't gonna say too much on libations. But I will say this: we got there. For them, because at this time I wasn't a drinker. I wasn't really a drinker like that until after Austin. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't my stilo. I would do a little bit, but I just, you know what I'm saying? That just wasn't my thing for real. But anyway, so we pull up, we get downtown, we park, and if you know anything about Cirque, it's like the building's like on a corner of like a corner. And like right across the street from it is like a big lot where people park, and then there's like another big lot on the other side of it. Yeah, so we pull in, and of course people are parking lot. Okay, you seeing all kind of swangers. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You got people with their little escalades. You know what I'm saying? You got a little this, little that. People got their little outfits on, smelling good, looking good, whatever, whatever. So, of course, that's a culture in itself. So, we park, and, I'm single, single. So, my homegirl, she was with her dude or whatever. But we walking up, people asking, like, oh, hey, Blue. Hey, Beanie. Why you call me Beanie, sir? Ma'am is will suffice. Okay, but I'm anyway. So we get in line, and the conversations that we're listening to are wild. Now, mind you, so I'm trying to act like I belong here. Okay, I'm trying to act like I'm not square. I'm not green. You feel me? So I'm just sitting there like, dude, nervously bopping to whatever song it's playing. All I know is radio songs. So of course they're playing more than what's on the radio. So I'm just sitting there bopping along to songs I don't know. Um, we finally get in, and y'all, when I say it was a whole new world, when you walk in, you come through the doors, you walk past the first bar because it's like a bar here, like a area where that opens up. Like the bar opens up into like a DJ boothy stand thing, and then like there's a set of stairs you can like walk up. There's like a bar at the top type vibe. So I'm just in here like a whole new world type teens, right? We make our way, and I'm just bibbity boppity booping as much as I can in these uncomfortable shoes. I don't throw ass, y'all. I know you may think there's booty back there, and there is. But when it comes to shaking ass, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna give you a two step. I'm gonna give you a little datty wine, maybe, and you might get that little Carlton goofy. I'm not about to throw ass nowhere. Why? Because it don't move like that. I can't make it move like that. I've tried. I had one of my homegirls, Keisha to be exact. That's a whole nother story for another day. Try and teach me the ways, girl. To this day, can't do it. So it hurts me. Anyways, the night is transitioning, right? Not a problem. You know, only issue truly is that I had the audacity to Vaseline down my whole foot. You feel me? So I didn't Vaseline down the top and bottom of my feet, legs, shoulders, knees, and toes. You feel me? So when I tell you I'm slick, baby, I'm slick slick. I'm shiny. I smell like cocoa butter and and warm vanilla head ass. So on top of that, it was like a peep toe type of situation. So when I tell you my three toes was like to the floor. They was touching the floor, and my other two toes was screaming for dear life. After a while, I was like, I gotta take these shoes off. Also, I'm clippity clacking around like a baby doe already. So once my feet started hurting and started swelling, I was like, I gotta take these shoes off. Now, mind you, we didn't migrated from the bar to the dance floor. We didn't went upstairs, second bar, doopity dooping. I'm just doopity dooping. And this is during that Zompire era, like boogieing through the door. People are boogieing through the door at this point in time. So, I'm doopity dooping type things. Uh, by the time we made like another rotation on the dance floor, and there was this one guy, oh my God, too funny. This one guy, he was like my support system the whole night, right? When I first walked in, he was like, okay, Blue. Okay. He was like, okay, Blue. Because I think it was like a blue cheetah print. He was like, okay, Beanie, I see you. This must be your first time. Like, he's just clowning me the whole time. And I'm like, why you say that? He's like, because you walking in here like your feet hurt already. And I'm like, sir, why are you clowning me so early in the night? The whole entire time, he's like, what's up, Beanie? What's up, baby girl? What you doing? Da 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 da. Booty boot. And I kept seeing him. So like we're by the first bar. I'm dibbly dabbing. I'm knocking the back of my shoe to kind of push my toes off the club ground that's sticky and cold and wet, whatever. Every time he saw me, he was like, "Baby, just take the shoes off." And I'm like, "Sir, don't do me like that." He's like, "I'm just trying to help you out, baby. Just take the shoes off." Mind you, this man is screaming to the top of his lungs so people can see him, and then they're like looking at me now, and I'm like trying to act like I know what I'm doing, so I'm trying to like cobble like this to wherever we're going. So like I said, we migrated from the bar to the dance floor, upstairs, second bar, come back down, and then like when you come down the stairs, kind of like under and behind is like a bathroom area. Baby, let's say we were there for a total of 3 hours. Toes is barking, swollen, and numb at the same time. So, under the stairs is like a bathroom, like a seating area slash bathroom. So I go into the bathroom, and then when I come out, I just sit down. And homie, my support homie, right? Guess he walked by and saw me because I don't think anybody else was wearing a beanie. I'm sorry, a bleeping beanie in the club, just me. Mind you, it's hot in there, so I'm kind of moist, but I ain't got that much hair on my head, but this beanie's supposed to cover up what I do have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, ankles swole, feet hurting, and I'm kind of like, let's say that the seating is like a L, like it's following the length of the wall. I'm kind of sitting in the nook by myself. You know, it's people doing all kind of unscrupulous things at this point. It's this couple off to the side of me making sweet love to each other, allegedly. I wasn't trying to look at what they had going on, but you know, y'all up here bumping into me. I don't really know what's going on, right? So homie, my support friend, he plops down next to me talking loud. He's like, baby girl, Beanie baby, Beanie. And I'm just sitting there like, you know, because a part of me is like, I don't need this man loud talking, everybody looking at me, because when I get up, they're going to see how swole these ankles are. He was like, baby girl, I'm glad you sitting down because your ankles look like they was going to start buckling. Why are you yelling, sir? You don't have to yell it. You can like come and sit next to me and like talk in my ear. It's loud in here. You ain't got to yell to the universe that I don't know how to walk in these heels. So he came by me. He sat down. He was like, baby girl, yeah, I've been looking for you all night. I've been looking for that Beanie all night. What you gonna do after this? And I'm like, baby, why are you yelling? You don't have to yell. And then like while I'm talking to him, he like grabs my feet and pulls it up, sits it on his lap, and just starts unbuckling my shoes. Like, sir, he's like, baby, I've been watching you all night. Shop it up, doop it up. I'm trying to help you out, friend. You need to take these motherfucking shoes off. And I'm embarrassed because once again, this man is yelling to the top of his lungs. Like he probably couldn't hear for real. He couldn't hear. He couldn't have heard. Anyway, so he takes my shoes off and he doesn't do it abruptly, y'all. He's sitting there asking me questions, well, yelling questions at me. So he like, Beanie, what's your name, baby? I'm like, can you stop calling me Beanie? My name is Josephine. He's like, okay, Josephine. Let me. And while he's talking, asking me where I'm from, you know, I'm giving him general answers, not like I'm not giving him like my address or my telephone number, nothing like that. But I'm giving him like general information. And he was like, well, can I call you sometimes, Josephine? And I'm like, oh, I don't have my phone on me, lying. He was like, don't worry, just give me your number, just yelling. So I'm like, ah. And for whatever reason, I could not remember. For whatever reason, instead of giving this man a fake number, I gave him my real number. Cause you know how you'll give somebody majority of your number and then you like maybe change up the last two numbers or something. Nope, gave him the full fledged number, y'all. So while I'm doing all this talking with him or whatever, he didn't unsnap both my shoes and was like, "Hi, Key." I'm gonna say touching me inappropriately. Thinking about it now, like, what is this stranger doing, touching on my ankles and bottom of my feet for? That's weird. So after my support friend yelled into my ear for however long that we were yelling, no, not we, he was yelling, trying to get to know me. I'm like, you know what? Well, I gotta go find my friends because one thing about them, I can stay as close or wander off as much as I need to with them. So when it comes to being with them, they always stay close enough because, you know, they don't ever want anything to happen to me. But at the same time, when I told my feet was hurting, they were like, well, stay right here. We'll come back and check on you. So they did their rounds or whatever, whatever. And I think Bubba kept looking over because he's trying to figure out who's rubbing on the bottom of my feet. Now, mind you, me and my feet have a special relationship. And I don't mean that in the best way. So Bubba up here looking like, I guess he's talking to life. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh, no, it's okay. So originally, I tried to put my shoes back on my feet, stand up, and walk. Y'all, when I told you my feet was swollen, my foot's, it was done for. I couldn't. I tried to stand up, ankles buckled, half a step in. So I was like, and of course, my homie, my support club friend, he's like, Josephine, all right now. I already told you to take them shoes off. Look at you about to fall. I'm gonna have to come get you. I'm gonna have to come pick you up. I'm like, you ain't gotta do nothing, sir. You don't have to do anything. So as he's yelling from across the way now. So like I'm still in the bathroom seating area. He's closer to the Mickey Fleeky like dance floor. So this man is yelling across yards and yards of people, and they're all looking, trying to figure out who he's talking to. So when I act like I didn't hear him at first, when he called my name, he was like, "Beanie, Beanie!" I gotta come. I'm talking about embarrassing me, and I'm like, oh gosh. So he over the music, honey, was like, "You need to go ahead and take them shoes off, girl. Do I need to go take them shoes back off?" I'm like, "No, I'm good, Shawty, I'm good." So I make the decision to take my shoes off in the club. Now, federal offense. Okay, let's start there. A lesson that I have learned and a motto that I go by now. If I'm gonna wear heels out, you hear me? I'm gonna keep them on until I get home. And it's because of this night that I will never step barefoot on public ground if I got heels on ever again. So while I got my club support friend yelling across the freaking uh this he should have just grabbed the mic honestly from the DJ and been like, "Josephine with the beanie on, walking like a baby deer. I need you to blah 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 blah." So I'm hella embarrassed, but I can't. I tried to walk and then ankles, knees, and toes buckle. So I'm literally about to sit here and walk on this floor, and I'm like, you know what? We're coming to the last, let's say, 30 minutes of the night, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm gonna stay over here a little bit, and then I'm gonna rejoin my friends, and then we're gonna walk out. So even if I have to walk out on these Dallas streets, it's a short walk to the car. Well, it wasn't that short, but it was short enough for me to make it. I ain't had no choice in that matter. Okay, so I got my shoes in one hand and whatever purse I brought. Knowing me, I probably didn't even bring a purse. I probably stuffed everything in my bra. So I got my shoes in one hand and I think my phone is tucked in. No, I had a bag. I had a little purse. So I got my shoes in one hand, my purse in the other, like a little clutch. And I'm looking for my friends now because I saw them off in the distance, but some song came on and it got hype a little bit. So now I'm looking for them. And the last time I saw them, they had entered the dance floor. So I'm like, I got it. I got it. I get up. I walk out of the bathroom area. Oh, that sounds so bad. The seating area outside the bathrooms. And it's kind of like plushy carpet. You know, it's a little moisture, but it can't be helped. The moment I step out onto the like into like the population, I freaking step on something cold and slippery. Why did I step? Use condom. I am seconds out of walking out of the seating area and I slip and almost fall on a freaking used condom in the club with 30 minutes left to go. I'm perplexed now. I'm perplexed. I'm flabbergasted. I am now messed up because it's like, what the? And I don't want to go into the bathroom with bare feet. So I'm just sitting there like, disgusted. I go and get some napkins. I have them give me some water. I'm trying to wipe the bottom of my freaking feet down, but my feet hurt. I can't put my shoes back on. So I'm like, oh, this is tragic. So I made up my mind. I'm like, you know what? We just got to make it through this night, y'all. And like a promise kept, my homie, he's like, "You okay, Beanie?" Just yelling. Why are you yelling across the damn club? Because if I don't answer to my government name, he's yelling descriptions. "Beanie, blue dress. Girl, I know you see me. I know you got no shoes on." Like, embarrassing me. This is not my man. So I'm like, oh gosh. It finally comes. They turn the lights on, right? I see this man for his true form. I see this man for his true form, y'all. This man got a mouthful of golds. You feel me? Long pinky nails. You feel me? He had a little button down or whatever the hell else he had on, but that tattoos from like here down here up to about right here. He probably had a face tattoo. Baby, when I tell you this man was he was on my body in the worst way possible because he was embarrassing me. He couldn't just come and be like attractive about it. He was embarrassing the hell out of me, y'all. By the time that we get out the club, I said, forget it. I tiptoed in my bare feet, stepping over glass. I don't know, and other things. I can't tell you what it was. I don't know. We make it to the car. We get in. You know, I didn't wipe my feet down again. Uh, and then from there, we went and got something to eat. Came home, and that was my first experience at the club. I did not know people would violate your personal space like that. Like you supposed, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I didn't know they was hunching in the club. I didn't know I was gonna be accosted. It was just a lot, y'all. But overall, it was a cool experience. It didn't deter me to going back to Cirque ever again either. I just knew not to lotion the bottom sides and tips of my toes anymore. But y'all, when I say, okay, so hopefully I'm gonna trim it down. I don't want this to be like an hour long video or nothing like that. But that's what happened. I just wanted to provide y'all like a little something something in the interim. But yeah, that's what. Right? Oh. Oh no, I don't know what's going on. It feels a little weird, like I'm about to. Oh 3 days? Oh man. Okay. Hey y'all. I don't really know what's going on. I just, as you can tell, it's a madhouse in here. I'll see you guys another time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's safe for y'all to be here right now. I think I need to talk to IT. Okay, so I'll be back. I'ma just grab your things, take your shoes, get your baggage, do all that. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. And I'll see you next flight, okay? Yeah, no. It's fine. Everyone's safe. Everyone's safe. Just don't move too fast. But you're safe. I promise.